As play therapists, sometimes we can find ourselves a little confused when the child in our sessions is not actually playing. Maybe they're just telling us stories or they're wandering around talking and sharing something going on in their life. And sometimes in our play therapy training, we're taught don't ask questions, don't engage necessarily on that level. We're really hoping and wishing and wanting them to get down to the level of play because we're play therapists. So, what do we do when the child is telling a story instead of actually creating play? And what I want you to realize is that in those moments, the stories are their play. The thing, however, is not to get caught up in the content of their story. So, as they're sharing what's going on in their life, or they're sharing a story about something that happened, or whatever it may be, the piece that's important to keep tuning into is the feeling. What's the feeling underneath the story? The child is still using their story to try to get you to have a felt sense of what it feels like to be the child. So that's still happening even in the storytelling. So as they're sharing a story where the feeling in it has to do with anxiety or fear, or maybe it's confusion and you can't even track the story because it's so convoluted, or maybe there's a sadness attached to it. That's really the purpose of the story. It's not the content itself. So, when you find yourself with a child that's talking instead of playing, go with it. Trust the process. Take a deep breath, settle into it, and be with the child as they're sharing the story, allowing yourself to feel and to notice what comes up in you as the child is telling the story. Reflect it back. Breathe through it. The same things that you would do as you're observing the child playing, because ultimately that's what the child wants. They just want us to know, whether it's through the story or through the play, that we get it, right? We get it, we feel it, we understand what they are trying to communicate. So, play therapists, stories are part of play too. And when they show up, go with it.